The King's Court versus Mystic Sea Serpents, the first match in the Tiamat division to finish in Babylon Smite League's second season and first week. Coming out of the draft, TKC has a very well-rounded comp, with a good counter dive and a mix of scaling and early game. Something we don't see a lot is Bologna jungle, but NMR will show us the ball is always in his court. On the Chaos side, MSS drafted strong lanes with their own quirky jungle in certain aspect. Yamoja was a great pick for their early lane and objective pulls. Clearly the waters were Sea Serpent territory. The Mystic Sea Serpents were able to secure the first 2 golds of the game. Both Gold Furies came after looking for a pick or fight to lead their objective. Though, despite the Mystic Sea Serpents' early golds, the game stayed within a couple thousand throughout the first 16 minutes, until a Queen Naga fight erupted, ending 5-4-1 in favor of MSS. It was the same story, but Volume 3, another pick to a 3rd gold of the game for MSS. However, a great team fight led by Mink Stinkus meant they left with the heads of 4 Serpents. 22 minutes in, the King's Court got a pick of their own and pulled fire. After an unsuccessful contest from the Mystic Sea Serpents, MSS lost fire and 2 members, which led to TKC getting their first gold. With a minute on their fire and gold lead building, TKC set out to defeat their first Phoenix. NMR gained massive space with their dive partner and secured a quick double kill. However, as the Phoenix fell, Chasebo decided to grab their Uber Eats and DC'd. The game ended with a jungle vs ADC solo kill, and NMR came out on top. MSS, Airhead, and High Digits were too slow to help, but not fast enough to get away from the God of War, Hydra. After just over 27 minutes and an 8k gold lead, TKC finished off the Titan with no one from MSS left standing to tell any tales. I got the chance to interview Hydra, the support you are watching this set POV through. I asked him, Game 1 was definitely a comeback. They got the first 2 golds, always off a pick 2, but the game stayed close until the Queen Naga fight, where they started to grow a lead. Can you talk about how the comms were, and the game plan was made to mount this comeback?
Yeah, so like my team, we kind of like shoot, like primary shot calling back and forth between like me, NMR, and then like everybody else kind of like chimes in as well for like, spot calls, whether it's like we're calling something off or calling something on,
Mm-hmm.
calling targets and stuff like that. But honestly, like the comeback was just, I, I mean, I mean, we were never worried. I mean, some people would like look at it as a comeback. I mean, I would say we were limit testing. It is what it is. But I mean, realistically, it's just like whenever you get behind in a situation like that, you just can't panic. You just can't freak out. We were calm. We assessed like kind of what went wrong in the fight, moved on very quickly, cleaned it up. It was good. It was good.
Game 2 started with an uncontested gold for TKC. Then there was a slapfest in the Genie Lamp, which gave TKC 2 kills, MSS buffs, and the beacon. TKC Mink Stinkus showed up and grabbed a double kill in mid to allow his team to grab a free second Gold Fury. Next up was the Queen Naga, but only TKC showed up. After a light skirmish in mid, only 1 kill was given, but it was enough for the King's Court to have their 3rd Gold Fury. TKC took Pyro and looked to Fire Giant as the next objective, but a huge fight was starting in the right side of the map, and when Hydra and Stallone got there, it was all but over for the Mystic Sea Serpents. The end call was made, and the set taken 2-0. I also asked Hydra about their second game. Game 2, you had a 5k plus lead halfway through 13 minutes, and never really gave the lead back to them. What precautions did the team take to not let the Mystic Sea Serpents mount a comeback?
I mean, I think we just kind of had them in draft. I'm gonna be honest. We gave them Aladdin, and we had a plan if they had taken Aladdin. Literally we played like 5 counter picks into Aladdin. So once we got like a lead on the map, I think one of their stronger players that were in the set, level 100 Behemoth, he's not really able to do anything on the map. So if their best player can't do anything, then surely their worst players also can't do anything. It's kind of the idea behind that.
A closer game 1 than game 2 for sure, but nonetheless entertaining Smite all the same. If you want to catch our next briefing, make sure to subscribe, and comment something you would like to see. That's all for now, deities. Stay in the battleground and fight hard.